Good evening. My name is Courtney Alicia Miles, and I'm a board member for the Black Los Angeles Young Democrats, and I'm here to speak on the current budget proposal. I want to begin with expressing that a budget is a direct reflection of values. Los Angeles is in a period of restructuring after trauma and tragedy, and it's imperative that we build our city on the foundation of equity and justice, not hyper-policing and punishment. We as a body may not be anti-police, however, we do not believe in awarding police misconduct via additional funding. As a mother raising a Black male child, I have personal concerns about the city prioritizing a historically harmful institution that is rooted in anti-Blackness with a history in slave catching over services and sectors that encourage healthy, constructive, and inclusionary communities. Thank you.
Hey, what's good, y'all? My name is Ayende Love. I am a board member for the Black Los Angeles Young Democrats. I just want to echo some of the sentiments that you guys just heard, but I want to amplify a couple of numbers. One of them being a 47% decrease that is happening within the youth development programs, disability cut by 37%, 32% decrease within the animals, and a $19 million increase within sworn officers' payroll. I think that this is important to amplify, being that, as she said before, this is a reflection of our value system, but not just our value system. There is no line item or budget item to quantify the amount of damage that happens to the underprivileged and marginalized communities, such as the Black and brown communities that do not have the ability to be able to come up here, speak, and say exactly how they feel. The people who have lost their lives as a result of these policings and what have been happening over the course of the last few years cannot come up here and speak for themselves, you guys. Please make sure that the budget reflects those as well.
The civilian workforce continues to be the sacrificial lambs. We already have city workers living in their cars. Why contribute to the homeless crisis? Laying off 155 civilians in the LAPD does not make sense when there are over 200 full-duty officers getting paid 3 times more than clerical personnel, with many of them telecommuting. How does that make sense? They should be out patrolling the city. Stop hiring police officers, have LAPD do an internal restructuring. This budget will impact your constituents. Layoffs are not the solution, but management accountability is. Please start listening to Kenneth, okay? Kenneth has, if he's frugal, there's a reason. We wouldn't be here. Please continue to listen to Kenneth.
Good evening, Council. I am here to give general public comment and speak on prioritizing youth development and safety instead of spending more on the police budget. My name is Jane, and I am a parent and community member of District 14 who is concerned about our youth and development and how it's not priority to any of you, and it's even more alarming. While most of the budget is being used for policing, prioritizing the safety and well-being of our community members, and especially our youth, who deserves guidance, support, and programs through the youth development budget, which is being cut. Is this a joke? It's time to focus on why we should reimagine public safety that uplifts restorative practice and invest more in what matters most. Our youth well-being and investing in them is crucial for a better outcome for the youth and community, family counseling, mental health support, and less force towards community members who need the support that law enforcement is not trained to understand. Thank you.
Just a reminder, we've got 220 people to get through still. We're going to get through as many as we can, so we ask that you limit your remarks to a minute. Thank you.
I'm sorry, the gentleman who just shouted out, again, in order to facilitate as many public commenters as possible, please do not disrupt this meeting. Thank you. So the disruption is the instruction that the chair has given. So I see that it is Mr. Akili. I'm going to ask politely, Mr. Akili, please do not disrupt this meeting. This is your first and only formal warning. I'm sorry, Speaker. Go ahead.
Sir, this is your last, I ask that you remove him from the meeting so that we can get to the people who have signed up to speak. Thank you.
Good evening, and thank you for going overtime. Andres Casillas, CD10. LGBT programs like Outreach LA and community leaders like Bambi Salcedo and Carla Ibarra, whose job is on the line, have saved my life. With that said, I also want to remind you, like someone had said earlier, listen to Kenneth Mejia, please. The LAPD gets nearly half of the budget and is responsible for nearly half of the liability costs, which cost more than all of the community programs put together. It's as much a waste of money as it is intimidating to have so many officers present here today. Granted, it is City Hall. But we have an issue, and we have a common enemy, and all these public services are saying one thing: defund the police, please. Not animal shelters. Defund the police, not the YDD. Defund the LAPD, not LA Rice for the homeless. Defund LAPD, protect the dolls. Defund LAPD, help the LAFD. Defund LAPD.
So, Speaker, your time has expired. And as we're waiting for the next speaker to come up, hold on just 1 second. So I know a lot of people are excited to be here. It's great to hear from everyone. I would just ask that you hold applause until the end so that we can hear what the public commenters are saying. Thank you. Go ahead.
My name is Akili. I'm with Black Lives Matter LA, and we are the people who coined the term defund the police. For the past 5 years, Black Lives Matter LA has conducted the people's budget. We've surveyed over 30,000 people. We've had 60,000 people in town halls, and the message has always been the same: fund services, not police. These people here are saying the same thing to you. It is hurting to have to sit and listen to this. And we have one default in this city: if it's a problem, fund the police. If there's a problem, it's to get the police. If there's a problem, we got to call on the police. We say divest and invest. We hear all the time how people are not feeling safe, but instead we invest more in the police. We are on the sides of the people here who are saying divest and invest. Defund the police, fund services, not police. Thank you.
Hello, Council. I am Dr. Beth Weesey. I'm a harm reduction researcher with the Sidewalk Project. And this proposed budget cuts, they're insulting. Cutting funds to social services and public health while giving more money to LAPD will result in lives lost, not a safer city. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. When has LAPD ever achieved what they've actually said they're going to achieve every year that they ask for more and more and more money?
Instead of putting money and resources into supporting its people, this budget proposes a 45% cut to the Department of Disability, a direct attack on the most vulnerable. Cutting funding to HIV prevention and harm reduction will kill people, especially Black and brown people who depend on these services. This city loves to claim to be a sanctuary city, yet sits back and does nothing while our communities are time and time again targeted. Here's a crazy idea. Instead of funneling money to the murderers at the LAPD, why don't we prioritize actually supporting people?
Soma from the Sidewalk Project, serving in CD 14, 1, and 8. While Medicaid, HIV prevention, and harm reduction are being slashed by the feds, we are outraged at the mayor's deep budget cuts to disability access, HIV prevention, and harm reduction. How can we even consider any cuts to Department of Disability, let alone 40% reduction of their staff and 45% of HIV and harm reduction funding? LAPD has a massive budget that supports them in terrorizing communities, such as our member who was murdered by LAPD in CD7 when she called 911 for help while being sex trafficked. Public safety comes from a strong social safety net, not from hyper-militarized police. This funding proposal would place unjust burden on area hospitals while disadvantaging vulnerable people and shattering public health. We insist you immediately withdraw the proposed 40% reduction to DoD, preserve HIV prevention and harm reduction contracts, and conduct a formal equity impact review to assess the consequences of these cuts. Thank you.
In the aftermath of the worst natural disaster in the history of Los Angeles, one of the worst natural disasters in the history of the United States of America, it is unacceptable that the city's budget plans on decreasing funding for the climate justice programs while increasing funding for the LAPD by $6.1 million. I am urging you, reinvest that $6.1 million back into the Climate Emergency Mobilization Office. We cannot police our way out of a burning planet. We cannot survive if the future is defunded. Invest in climate, invest in life, invest in people, and defund the police. Thank you, council members.
Good evening. Thank you for staying late. My name is Alice Pavlisco. I'm from Tracy Parks, District 11. She claims her top priority is public safety. It's well documented that police make communities less safe. Their liability claims are the main cause of the city's $1 billion shortfall. It's unacceptable that police are getting almost 50% of this proposed budget, and vital city services would get cut. The police are violence workers, out in the street targeting Black and brown communities, anti-genocide protesters, the impoverished. There's nothing safe about them. Community organizers shared a Mayor Bass budget Q&A on their socials. She said she couldn't divert police budgets to other areas of the city because the city council, you, would never approve it. People need health care, housing, education, community resources, clean air, water, the basics. I'm urging you to tap into the early days of your career when you wanted to serve the people and reallocate those police funds to what people actually need. That's not more militarized police.
Hello. Hi, I think you're officially the last person.
Well, that's good. I just want to talk some common sense here real quick. Thank you. 2026 municipal elections. Offices of 2026 elections include mayor. She's going to lose to Kenneth. City controller, city attorney, council districts 1, 3, 5, 15. There's also 7, 9, and 11. So if we're going to divert all of our money away from the city or the people of Los Angeles and give it to police, y'all gonna lose your jobs. Thank you.